Advertencia. Esta programa contiene spoiler. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Warehouse 13, Season 5, Episode 4. Savage Seduction? I forget how to say that in Spanish. I was going to try to say that in Spanish, but that's not working. I was gonna do the whole intro in Spanish, and that's not happening because I could barely speak it. This entire episode was in a Spanish telenovela.
Half the episode.
Yes. Claire and Jinxie went to investigate a frat party, and at the very end we find out Claire is missing. I said Claire. Claudia and Steve went to investigate a frat party. Yo soy Dom. Esto es Mike.
Hi.
How's it going?
It is going well.
Going well. So what did you think of this episode?
It's hilarious in so many ways.
What was so hilarious about it?
It's just there. It's Seduction Sauvage or something like that. I don't know. I was looking it up in the episode. It was just amazing. The whole thing being done in Spanish and the constantly switching of personalities with the wind blowing in their face, like with the trumpet, and then
Ole! Oh my God. It changed so many times. It changed hands. Like they used the Harvey Korman's cufflinks, which allowed them to break character within the telenovela, and Harvey Korman was an actor who's famous for not being able to stay in character.
Yep.
On the Carol Burnett show, most famously. So I don't know. The cufflinks were kind of cool. What'd you think of the cufflinks?
Cufflinks were an interesting little tidbit. Shame there were only two of them. That made for some great comedy.
It did. They kept switching hands. Artie was remembering who he was, and he was forgetting. He's strangling Pete. Pete forgets who he was.
Bastardo!
Yeah, bastardo!
And then the last time, it's like, bastardo! Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, it was great. It was absolutely great. The whole thing started off where Pete's ex-girlfriend, Kelly Hernandez, came to visit. We haven't seen her since season 2, so that was kind of another surprise cast member that, it's been forever since we got to see them.
I'm guessing the actress was pregnant, too, because that was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. She looked pregnant. I don't see why they would go through all that trouble just to put her in, like, a suit for that
was,
like a water suit or whatever they use.
No, it was actually, she was actually fierce.
No, I know she was, but I'm saying, what do they use normally for is it like a water bubble that they carry under their, like a water vest, or I don't even know. I don't know how they do that. But yeah,
I don't even know.
She seemed like she was actually pregnant. I thought the most amazing part of the episode was actually not the Spanish telenovela, but it was Steve and Claudia when they went to go investigate the school, and they found the candle, and Steve split off into 2 pieces. No? You didn't like Steve?
No, I loved that whole thing.
You totally had, like, super gay Jinxie, and just, like, hard-working Jinxie.
You had serious ATF, as I described to Omi, I said, you had serious ATF agent Steve, and then you had flamboyant Mr. Fabulous Party Man Steve. Flamboyantly homosexual, fabulous party man.
Yeah. As I keep saying every time we watch these, I had seen, behind the scenes stuff about this particular episode. Aaron Ashmore, who plays Jinx, has a twin brother, Sean Ashmore, which they both actually were in Smallville together playing completely different roles. And they tried to get Sean for this episode to play the other Jinx, which would have been amazing, but unfortunately Sean was not available for the episode. But Yeah, they're
Or
twin
would it be?
brothers. They look so much alike. It's scary. I cannot tell them apart at all. I can't.
That would have been perfect if that would have worked out.
Yeah, because then it would have been a lot easier for them to interact than have to do the whole, you know, film it multiple times from different angles and stuff like that. But yeah, I really wish that went through. Um,
Yeah.
but meanwhile, while that's all going on, you have Kelly and Micah get sucked into the telenovela. P and Artie were going after them with the cufflinks or whatever, and it all came down to it was Donna Foster's Brooch, which was a character from the Spanish telenovela Savage Seduction or Seduction Savage or whatever it was. What do you think about items like this now? They're like, it's a newer item that's becoming an artifact instead of like this ancient piece of history.
Well, all those ancient pieces of history had to become artifacts somehow. So, I mean, it makes sense that they'd have one that was just created eventually. Only took up 5 seasons.
Yeah, it seems like a few of the more recent episodes this season have had a little bit of newer artifacts, so to speak. So I don't know. This one looks like it was born like within the week, and it just showed up. Some of these artifacts take years and years and years to manifest to find out what they actually are. So I just thought it was interesting. Did you think it was the TV at first?
No, I knew it wasn't the TV. To be perfectly honest, they said, oh yeah, her favorite telenovela was canceled, and she was very upset and distraught. And I'm like, it probably she had an artifact in her house, and her being distraught sucked her into it.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was actually really surprised to find out that it was actually a prop from the show, and they mailed her a prop awfully fast. The show was just canceled the night before, and she's got a prop already. So I don't know. Got to suspend a little disbelief on that one, but still, it made for a very entertaining episode. Meanwhile, Claudia and Steve find the candle, like we had mentioned. This was Edna St. Vincent Millet's candle, which, when both ends of the candle are lit and wax from it splash on a person, they are split into two separate people, one fun-loving and one wild, the other hardworking and focused. The two will remain separated until one is rendered unconscious, at which point they will rejoin, and any injuries, ailments suffered by one of them will be transferred to the reunited person. You a little upset that we didn't see a duplicate version of Claudia?
No, I think Steve was the perfect target.
Target?
Well, okay, the perfect splitty. The splitty.
Steve got whammied.
Okay, Steve got whammied, but he got whammied in such an awesome way.
He did. I don't know, I would have liked to see like a more serious side of Claudia, like a more focused Claudia, and use that focus to figure out a way to save her sister.
Ooh, that's actually a good idea. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah. But meanwhile, you had Funside Claudia's shoving her breasts up in her push-up bra or whatever. It's like something you don't really see out of Claudia, so she's kind of going in a weird direction already this episode.
God, I love this. She's like, oh my god, dude, I am totally drunk. Come here, I need you. Pulls the guy into the closet and closes the door, and all you see is just lightning flying everywhere.
Tesla going off. Oh, yeah.
And Steve's just standing outside looking terrified.
He was.
And then... yeah.
And then, just when we think everything is good, the brooch is recollected, the candles recollected, the cufflinks are intact. Nobody accidentally got a pair of cufflinks or anything like that. All of a sudden, we find out Claire is missing. Claudia's sister is MIA. Where do you think Claire is?
Okay, based on my knowledge at that point, I had no idea. I thought maybe they messed up putting her back under, and I really couldn't. Yeah, I that was the only decent theory I had at the time. And then, I see the next time on, Warehouse 13, and you realize, oh, alternate universe, Valda stole him. Her.
Did.
Stole her.
Stole
Claire's
her.
a she.
Yes. So, yeah, we got to see that in the previews. And the synopsis for next episode is actually... Well, the title of the episode is in Chinese. It's... I can't pronounce it, but...
I actually tried my hand at it.
Go ahead.
I gotta find it again. Like, sorry.
It is... if I was to try this from an English phonetic... Kenku Chisi.
Yeah. Kenku Shisi. I don't know how that is in actual Mandarin, but...
Yeah. Not sure.
It means...
Warehouse 14.
There you go.
So, in it, the evil Major Valda from Paracelsus's alternate timeline. And this is Mike's favorite actor here. Or one of his favorite actors, I should say.
It's not my favorite actor. It's my wife's favorite actor, Mark Sheppard.
Mark Sheppard. A.k.a. Crowley from Supernatural. Tries to move the warehouse to China and uses Claudia's sister Claire as a puppet caretaker. So, it seems like all the fun and games are gone.
Yeah.
And we're getting into these last two episodes now, episode 5, episode 6. The final two episodes of the series. Not even the season, but the series. So, this looks like we're finally going to tie up the loose ends from episode 1 here. And episode 6 is probably just going to be a lot of nostalgia, flashback kindy memory things going on. I'm going to assume some way, shape, or form we'll probably see H.G. Wells in that episode.
Go on. I'm just laughing. I'm thinking about how cheesy they were, like, before the cuts to commercial, how they all just looked at the camera.
Yeah.
Acting all dramatic.
Yeah. So...
kind of ridiculous.
Of course it's ridiculous. Would you expect any less out of Warehouse 13?
No, I guess I wouldn't.
No. Of course not. Yeah, so I don't know, the final episode is probably going to be one of those touching episodes where trips down memory lane and a lot of throwbacks to old references, and Mike called it. He wants to see the football landing, hitting something as the final
hitting
scene.
the door as the final scene of the whole
or hitting Artie in the head or something.
True, knocking him upside the head. That would be good.
Yeah, just we need to see that football again. It's gotta happen. I don't care. Don't care. So, any other predictions for next week's Chinese warehouse?
Shit's gonna go crazy. I honestly don't know. Major Valda is gonna get his ass kicked somehow.
What kind of artifacts do you expect that we could see from China? I think we're gonna see like katanas or any that's Japanese. So, yeah, I don't know.
Chairman Mao's thing he used to influence tons of Chinese people.
Maybe.
Or, the emperor something or other who did this other thing.
Emperor something or other who did us some other thing. I like that one. We will probably see that, in fact.
I don't know any Chinese emperors by name.
I don't either. Mulan?
Sure.
Be cool if they threw some Mulan reference out there, because she was a real person. It's not like she's complete fantasy. I'm sure, she was fantasy, brought into the fantasy world through storytelling and stuff like that, but she was an actual character, so, or an actual person. So, seeing something from Mulan would be kind of cool.
Yes, actually, it would be.
Yeah, I think that about does it for this episode. There was not a whole lot of new artifacts, just the 3. So, artifact list was kind of short this week. Yeah, Mike, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Thilladren, ThillAdren.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, Phenomedom. You can find us both and others on tvcaptive.com, as well as on Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, G+, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Unfortunately, most of the fall season shows are concluding within the next 2 weeks. So, yeah. 2 episodes to go. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome journey.
I am looking forward to it as well.
Looking forward to and kind of disappointed
Sad.
at the same time. Yeah.
Very sad.
Very sad. Until next time, see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Did you just grow a lisp there at the end?
No. I went, no. Bye, guys. I was all sad.
Bye, guys.
Oh, God.